Last year I had a few people ask me how I made my cellar out of an old freezer. So now that I had the cellar cleaned out, or relatively clean, to start putting my potatoes in for this year, I decided that this was a good time to make a short video to show everybody what I've got done, and this worked really well for us during last winter. It was May before we took the last of our potatoes and carrots out of it. It's only small, but it did a good job, and it cost me next to nothing. Basically what we have is a small deep freeze. Sorry for the lighting here. I'm in a crawl space underneath my garage, actually. It's nice and damp down here. I've got plastic on top of the gravel for the floor. So what I've done, I took this deep freeze, which was no good. I gave somebody $20 so that I could take it away for them. I drilled a 3-inch hole in the top corner of it and in the bottom corner. In that hole, I simply placed a bit of plastic type of vent material, like would be used on a roof, near the peak, and then a bit of metal screen, just to keep rodents and insects from being able to get in to the freezer. After I had that done, I took an old shoe tray and placed in the bottom, and I put a bit of sand in that. Now you can see that sand right now is completely dried out, almost like cement. So all the moisture has gone out of it, and it shows how it's not overly damp out here. But during the winter, when this is in use, my remote temperature and humidity device was showing about 98-99% humidity. And the temperature stayed just barely above zero. Anywhere between between 0 and 3 or 4 degrees. I made up these racks with a few pieces of board. I took the table saw, ran a groove in them that this plastic material would fit into. You can get this at any of the hardware stores. You see it goes right down over top of the sand there and allows for the air to come in on the side. I basically put down a layer of straw, which I lay down, and then put my potatoes in that. I spread them out so that they would not be touching each other. Once I had a good layer, maybe 2 layers of potatoes and carrots put down there, I simply took a few blocks of wood, used those just as spacers, just a few scraps I had. So they go there. Then we put down another tray. So that gave me a good 8 inches in between. So I could have 8 inches of potatoes and carrots in the tray among the grass. So I built these up so that I had about 4 trays here. And the space over to one side, I used a small plastic container, I believe, that was full of holes. Something like a square ice cream tub or even beef buckets. And I stored additional potatoes and carrots in those with some grass. So this is basically what we've got for our cellar. And it works great.